Jack Robinson takes on Jordy Smith for the final spot in the semifinals here at the Margaret River Pro. Jack Robinson enjoying his personal best results here in the making. In the West, he's had some great performances that were looked at quite often, from his box performance against Felipe Toledo years back to his Heat of the Year performance against Jeremy Flores, where he was runner-up last season. So they've got to start making a move quickly. Taking off under the lip and getting things started just for a second was Jack Robinson.
Wow, what a move. He put a move on Jordy then, but it didn't pay off. In doing the move, this wave promised to be an absolute stonker, and he just loses it here. His board sort of cavitates, and it just doesn't go with him. And look at that, he's trying to recover, and then he just bails.
An awkward fall for Jordy, right when he was ready to take over. And balancing it with tour life, he's loving things these days in his career. As we went to break, Jordy Smith got an opportunity to lay down a couple of turns, Bugs.
And it's a bit of a conservative ride by Jordy, but he gets him a 5. Here's Jack, and now Jack comes unstuck. Whoa, what's going on here now? This wave is really standing up. Jack Robinson powering, is in a good spot.
Jack Robinson with priority. Needs to land a turn. His first completion of the matchup. Frontside carve. Now looking at a big whitewater section. Attacks it nice and early for his best wave of the heat so far.
First turn was massive though. He got a 5. First turn was...
He made sure he got a score. Jack's first turn hit a little bit more dynamic, solid, and then he just looks down the line. Again, he goes up relatively early, and he skims across the top of that wave, comes back in front of the foam ball, and this first turn, probably the most dynamic so far of the first turns, in a low-scoring heat. Carves it down the face, Joe, and he gets down on his haunches now. Brings it around again, looks down the line. He knows he needs a finisher.
So true, but put everything into that opening carve like you mentioned. I love how early he started the finish. Leans back into it to ensure the completion. Solid approach from Jack Robinson. In a wave-starved heat. To actually land something, feel the energy of main break. Jordy Smith, left all alone, is winding up for a big first turn. Clean arc to start. Now skipping down the line. Gets there nice and early off the top. The bottom drops out. He turns in a healthy 2-turn combo as well. And Jordy already with a 5.0 will be looking really solid to keep his lead out front with 7:30 to go.
Jordy looking like he's setting this wave up. Just a nice solid carve without anything too dynamic. And he goes up nice and early here, whips it round, gets a bit of tail slide. Jack doesn't look that interested. Oh yes, he's starting to turn now. It looks like he's going to get this one for sure.
Jack Robinson needing just a 4.60. Sets up his first turn, drills it. Coming off the bottom with some speed, wraps it into the pocket. Now the local boy looking for the end section. Frames it up off the lip and rides away. Bemrose loves it. And remember, only chasing a 4.6.
Didn't quite get over the ledge, and this one here, well, nice carve there to open up with. Solid sections again, and he gets in early once again. Joey, he knows he's got to make this happen. Ooh, a little bit nervous at the front. Oh, he knows he's got a chance here. This first turn, dynamic.
So clutch for Jack Robinson, but a bomb out the back for Jordy. Stretched out bottom turn, rips one into the pocket. And that's all that's going to be in store for Jordy. He'll hold his position and hope for something better with 2:10 to go to really lay into a wave that was so important to turn the heat. This is live from Jordy, up and out again. On his home break, as he will be taking on Ethan Ewing for an all-Australian battle for a shot into the final here at the Margaret River Pro. Coming up next, Gabriella Bryant and Courtney Conlog are battling in the first semifinal. A lot to discuss for the midseason.